Hello everyone, I'm Carl Hardcore. This is Combat Corals. Today we are going to talk about how to drill a fish tank to add a sump.
Yes, drill a tank then. Get some fishies in the tank. Cool reefing stuff.
Combat Corals!
Welcome to Combat Corals, where we discuss reef trends, how to combat reef deterioration and cool saltwater stuff.
Tell 'em hardcore, tell 'em how it is.
This video on my Combat Corals YouTube channel is going to cover my transfer of a 66-gallon mixed reef tank to my new 125-gallon tank.
Yes, Combat Corals, this is cool.
I'm Carl Hardcore and this is my sidekick Elena.
Tell 'em hardcore. Now let's do some real cool reefing stuff. Yes, cool reefing stuff.
Combat Corals!
Woo!
First and foremost, I'll need to know if our fish tank glass is tempered or not. Do not drill tempered glass, it will explode. And that's not cool reefing stuff.
To check if your glass is tempered, do the polarized sunglasses glass test. Looking at a laptop through your aquarium glass, wearing a polarized sunglass lens, it will expose a couple things. Black lines or black smudges will be seen in the glass. Looking at the glass twist the polarized lens, you will begin to see flaws in the glass appear as lines or smudges in the glass. That's how you will know the glass is tempered. Tempered glass will reveal lines and smudges. Non-tempered glass will not. Let's watch a short movie on testing for tempered glass.
Here is a real cool video on determining if glass is tempered or not. This is cool reefing stuff from another cool reefer. For the test you will need a laptop computer and cool reefing polarized sunglasses like mine. Dim the lights. Put the laptop behind the aquarium glass. Isn't this cool? With the laptop behind the aquarium glass, look through the glasses and begin to rotate them. As you rotate the sunglasses you will see uneven lines in the glass. This forms when the glass is heated during tempering. The polarized lenses are allowing you to see the stress lines in the tempered glass that are created by the rollers during the manufacturing tempering process. Non-tempered glass will not show stress lines. This takes a bit of patience. Just keep looking through the sunglasses and rotate, you will either see stress lines or not. Now for comparison, here is what it will look like with a normal plate of glass, smooth with no stress lines. This is non-tempered glass. That is cool reefing stuff. We can drill non-tempered glass. Non-tempered glass will make the polarized sunglasses dark and uniform, lie without any smears or lines. Remember, do not drill tempered glass or it will shatter.
Now let's talk about drilling the tank.
Thank you, Helena. Now we know not to drill tempered glass.
Yes, we all know we drill it for the fishies.
Let's talk basics of sumps and overflows. An internal overflow box is more desirable than an external in almost every way. They offer flexibility for much more customized or complex plumbing, etc. The only catch is that it requires a hole in the glass.
Do not drill tempered glass. You can also call or email manufacturers. Most will either say it is definitely tempered or say no or say it depends. Either way, check yourself.
Also, there are lots of YouTube videos on checking your glass. Nobody wants a cracked tank.
Yeah, cracked tanks are not cool reefing stuff. Be careful.
To get started we will need some tools.
I got the list here.
We will need a drill, either a battery type drill or plugged-in version.
We will also need some tape or plumber's putty.
We will also need a diamond-coated hole saw drill bit and a template to ensure we keep the drill straight on the glass.
We will also need some water to cool the diamond blade when drilling.
Before we start drilling, let's talk about the basic sump configuration. Water drains from the display tank into the sump container beneath. The water is pushed back up to the tank with a return pump, which is either submerged in the sump or run externally, which involves bulkheads and plumbing. To make this flow work we need to add an overflow box that requires drilling a hole in the tank. We also have to drill a return line to get water to flow back from the sump to the main display tank. Let's also talk a little about the sump, why you need one and how it works. The sump sits below, behind, or, less typically, on a support above the main tank, and is used as a filter, as well as a holding place for unsightly, miscellaneous equipment such as protein skimmers, calcium reactors, and heaters. Refugiums provide many benefits to aquariums. They provide space for inhabitants such as phytoplankton, zooplankton and copepods. They help to naturally, dramatically lower nitrate and phosphate levels, and can decrease the frequency of water changes. The typical purpose of a refugium is to cultivate a thick bed of macroalgae, like Cheeto or Chaeto, that strips unwanted phosphates and nitrates from the water to make it safer for reef inhabitants.
Wow, hardcore, that is cool reefing stuff. Let's now have Carl Mayfield of Combat Corals, your alter ego, show his 125-gallon tank and its sump and talk about some tank drilling. Yes, aquarium drilling, that is real cool reef stuff.
Okay Helena, and I would like to point out you look cool in your polarized glasses.
Yes, Carl, hardcore, tell him real cool reefing stuff, Combat Corals.
Okay, let's sit back and watch Carl Mayfield of Combat Corals, my alter ego, show you his 125-gallon tank build plumbing.
Okay, this video here is all about drilling your tank. As you can see here, this is a basic plumbing job where you basically have an overflow right here. This is a medium-sized Eshopps Eclipse Overflow. That flows down into the sump. There's a return line that comes up over there. Let me get it over there. And that feeds back into the tank. So the water flows through, down into the sump, through the filtration, back up and into the tank. Let's look at the front of the tank. Again, this is a basic setup. The water flows through here, down through my KLIR, this is a roller filter that replaces a filter sock, down here, comes back up through here, goes through the protein skimmer to get cleaned again, back through this chamber, up through the return line, back through here, and that's your basic plumbing. There's a view of that overflow box. The water's going out through there, down through the sump, through the filtration, and up to the return. Then the water continues to circulate. So that's the goal of what we're trying to do today. We're trying to drill the holes.
Hardcore, I can't wait much longer. Let's show some tank drilling.
Okay Helena, let's watch Carl Mayfield of Combat Corals drill his 125-gallon fish tank.
Okay, so we're getting ready to drill here. First of all, I have a diamond drill bit. I had a couple cheap ones before for this tank. I ended up buying some more expensive ones. These are the Drillax brand, which are, they definitely look like they're a lot better than the El Cheapo brand that I had before as far as quality and amount of diamonds on the blade. I wanted to make sure I had some good drill bits for this thick tank. Okay, the first thing I did is I measured from this inlet to this outlet, about 12 3/4 inches from this hole here to here. I created a reservoir here because when we start drilling, we want to keep the water on the drill bit. And this is nothing more. Some people use plumber's putty. Duct tape works just as well. As we all know, duct tape cures all. I've got some water here that I'll be pouring as I drill to keep the blade cool. And I made this guide or chuck, which I'll lay in here, secure down. And when I start drilling, it'll keep me drilling straight down and applying even pressure. So let's start drilling.
It is important to use a good drill hole saw, diamond drill bit, and a drill with a little power.
Yes, drilling a tank is cool reefing stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to start out by pouring a little bit of water into my reservoir here. See how the duct tape allows the water to stay in there. I'm gonna grab my drill. I'll probably turn it off as we start drilling because it gets pretty loud, squeaky. There we go. Get it into my chuck. Start drilling. That's how we're gonna do it. There we go. Got that drilled out. I'll tell you, this drill axe, diamond hole saw drill bit, I've got to give it chops. It cut right through that thick glass. A lot better than when I did this hole with the cheaper type of drill bit. But we got success. Let me clean this up and let's start plumbing.
You can also drill a tank with a drill guide, not necessary but might make it easier. Watch how Combat Corals Carl Mayfield drills using a guide.
Again here, get my drill bit lined up. Go slowly with light pressure. Keep going to the bottom. I think we're in. There you go, YouTube. Success. Success. Let me pull this back out. Thank God it wasn't tempered. Thank God. Beautiful. Thanks to my lovely Carlina, my assistant YouTuber. Thank you, ma'am. We have successfully drilled this tank. Cut.
Let's recap. 1. First and foremost, is glass tempered or not? 2. Do not drill tempered glass. 3. Call or email manufacturer / most will either definitely say no or say it depends. 4. Tempered glass will explode if drilled. 5. Looking through polarized glasses, look for black lines or black smudges, that's how you know it's tempered. 6. Watch YouTube videos before drilling. 7. And most importantly, subscribe to Combat Corals for more cool reefing tips. I'm Carl Hardcore. Hope you enjoyed this tank drilling tip YouTube video.
Yes, subscribe to Combat Corals for more cool reefing stuff.
Our next Combat Corals video will be on aquascaping your reef tank.
Aquascaping is the craft of arranging aquatic plants, as well as rocks, stones, cavework, or driftwood, in an aesthetically pleasing manner within an aquarium.
Aquascaping is cool reef stuff.
Not sure why Helena is still wearing the bikini? Oh well, we're off to aquascaping.
Yes, more neat reefing stuff. Aquascaping.
And don't forget to subscribe to Combat Corals YouTube channel.